Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 44 of FTB Revelations, where I, boom, and get ready to make a really cool large multi-block structure of Astral Sorcery. We're going to do Astral Sorcery Attunement today, is kind of the plan. So we're going to check that out. Now the downside to the Attunement, ironically, is that it does require line of sight to the sky. So even though we have a giant internal area here with which to do things, I don't see the sky, so therefore I can't do the thing. So we're going to have to build our Attunement Altar out back, I'm sorry to say. It's not the end of the world, but, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing we have to worry about. So let's bring this down a little bit, and let's put you, like, here-ish. Does that sound cool in relation to the structure? Maybe to the right just a little bit. That feels pretty good to me. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I think that's where we're going to go with it. Okay, cool. So with that taken care of, we're going to need a bunch of things. Well, we only need 225 sooty marble. So we're just going to need a little bit more of you. Is that enough? Yeah, it is. Cool. And then we're going to need some other types of marble here. Not any of you, I don't think. Let's see. What am I short on? Actually, no, that's good. That is good, my friends. Let's bring it out and do the thing. Dun dun dun! Hooray! We've got an attunement altar. Well, sort of. We have the multi-block structure that forms the foundation of the attunement altar, but we don't quite have the attunement altar itself yet. But that's what we're gonna make literally next. So let's get. Whoosh. I thought I could sneak in there. Maybe not. Let's get ready to do this. Actually, Could I get an imperfect ritual stone like this easily? Because if I had one of these like just chilling, ready to be used while I'm over here, that would be nice, right? I think that would be cool. Just so that we can immediately make it nighttime without having to fly back to our base and then fly back out here. Hassle, right? Alright, so let's look at making an attunement altar, right? So the attunement altar is going to need some star metal. Oh, cool. We get to do that. Sweet. So to make star metal, we need some iron ore. Did I leave my mining operation on? I hope I didn't leave it on this whole time. Oh, good, I didn't. Good job, me. Get me some iron ore, would you? Thanks, everybody. Get me some more iron ore, would you? Thanks, everybody. Is that about it? That's about it. A little bit more? I think that should be enough to start, right? I think so. Now we're cooking. Actually, no. There you are. That should be enough. That's plenty of iron ore to get my situation going. So let's start with making the linking dude. Right? So the linking tool is going to be some wood. And some wood and some sticks. And some aquamarines. And some rock crystal ore. Right? And then that should be cool to make a linking wand. Yeah, it is. Boom. And the attunement altar definitely needs some star metal, for sure. Go, crafting, go. Sweet. So the linking tool lets you link a crystal from Astral Sorcery to another object in the world. Now, what we want to link, actually, is going to come right through here. What I would like to do, because I think this thing seeing starlight is actually going to speed it up a little bit. But this floating crystal right here that we've got set up, we can link him to an iron ore block, right? So watch this. I think if I place you right there, I don't think he'll automatically link up, but if we do that and that, he should start bada bing doing that. Hey, that was quick. Sweet. That is awesome. I like that. Can we automate this in a fun way? Like, mechanical user to place the iron ore, right? We definitely want that. But what can we use to break the iron ore? That's a question for the ages. Place block. Cool. Now we need to break, but only star metal, right? Only star metal. So I don't know if any of the breakers here have like a filter on it, right? I don't think any of them do. Typically breaking with a filter is not super easy. We could do the integrated dynamics walkthrough, but I mean, like, I don't... What I'm thinking is... That's probably a little bit more complicated than I want right now. Like, we're going to do integrated dynamics for sure with Astral. But what I'm thinking I could do is a scanner. Right? And then a couple pieces of redstone. And that would probably be a slightly better approach. Alright, I am starting to get annoyed by the water. Okay. So scanner here. Rock crystal ore block. Yeah, it makes sense. And block breaker here. And then if we had a drawer, as it were, this should work. So you'll deposit into the inventory behind it, and you're going to work. I thought you only worked with a redstone signal, buddy. Alright, let's do a different breaker. Breaker. So there's the actual additions one, but I think that breaks automatically. I mean, he's kind of working, but I think it's going to be slower. Wait, how about a NOT gate? Yeah. And then we could do the actual additions breaker. So if I popped a NOT gate here. Okay. And then you... See? The redstone signal is preventing him from breaking. And then when he turns into star metal, he'll be allowed to break. Cool. Now, the only problem is that needs item conduits if we want him to go into the drawer. So let's probably just ditch the drawer, and we'll let the block breaker be the accumulator of star metal. That's right, you're gonna do... Oh no, you're actually fine. Huh. Then where'd the star metal go? I don't know, maybe I took it out of the drawer already. I'm confused. Are you in the other breaker? I actually don't know. Maybe avoided it. I have no idea. Yeah, I hear skeletons out there. Alright, so that's cool, right? Pretty simple, compact way to make lots of star metal. I'll take it. Now, you don't need, like, a ton of this stuff, to be fair. But, like, we can get half a stack of it. And you'll notice it's definitely slower when it's not nighttime, right? Like, it's definitely taking longer to convert when it's not nighttime. Noticeably longer, right? Like, remember when it was dark out, it was, like, almost instant? That's why I didn't want to stick with the other one. It looked like it was timed well, but that was only because it was nighttime. Right? If we get this dude back up, this thing should start converting a little bit more quickly now. Sweet. All right, cool. So we've got ourselves our first bits of star metal. I'll let that just sit there. You're going to recharge your batteries. You know what I did do, by the way? I want to point this out to you guys, that between episodes, I went to the nuclear site, and I set this dude up to always actively output its power, not only when it's receiving a redstone signal. And the reason I did that is because we were actually getting really low on canola. Like, how are we doing, canola? Canola. We're doing okay on the canola itself now, but we're still low on seeds. We were out of both for a while, believe it or not. And that was bad times. So I wanted to slow down the rate at which we're using canola. So I made it so that the nuclear reactor is always sending power over here. and that means that we'll be mixing power from both canola and nuclear reactor, and I thought that was a good idea. So we'll see if it turns out to be as good an idea as I thought, but it should be cool. All right, so star metal, by the way, can totally be pulverized, right? And that turns into stardust, which is good stuff, mind you, really good stuff. And then the stardust can be pyrotheum dust into star metal. What's the normal way to make star metal? Can you not just smelt the dust? Okay, you can induction smelt dust. So that's cool. And we can even pyroconcentrator it. So that's cool. So if we wanted a couple star metal ingots, we could totally pyroconcentrator it. Nice. So the dust is useful, as is the star metal ingots themselves. So we'll get a mix of both, right? Yeah, let's get more dust. I feel like that's going to be a good time for us. Where's my time in a bottle? Did I put it in here by mistake? Totally did. Thank you. Yay, star metal ingots and dust. Hefty amount of both. Dude, I like that I set up that pyro concentrator automation thing. That's actually really nice to have, I think. I think that's cool. All right, so now if we want the Attunement Altar, right, which is my to-do list. I can remove you guys. We also need some spectral relays. We're going to need a bunch of those. More aquamarines and some runed marble. So we're low on aquamarines, believe it or not. We're going to need a lot of wood, a lot of regular marble, I think. We'll just get this kind. And we're going to want some gold nuggets, and we're going to want some glass. We're going to want a hefty amount more, but we'll see. And then we need a rock crystal ore, right? So let's get one of these. Swap out this dude. Swap out that dude. And then, again, it doesn't super matter which type of thing we use here, so that should be cool. And that should be our Attunement Altar. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so Attunement Altar comes down here. Hey, buddy. Buddy Creeper. Listen, Buddy Creeper. Also, are you claimed? Not really. Should probably consider it. Doesn't need to be chunk loaded, but claimed, yes. All right, so like roughly centered. Wow, first try. I'm getting surprisingly good at doing that. First try, just boop. It's right in the center. You know you've got it set up correctly if you see white sparkles showing up on the on the city marble, right? So that means you've done it correctly. If you've done it wrong, you won't see that. And I'm thinking feral flare lanterns might be a good time. Like I could put one here and here. And hopefully that will light up the area and keep mobs away just a little bit at least. Cool? All right, so with that set up, now what we need to do is get more aquamarines because we're going to need... There it is. To make a bunch of those relays, like maybe 8 or 10 of them would be good. And the reason we want to make those... Enderman. Where's an Enderman hanging out? Where? Enderman's spying on me. I see you, buddy. That's right. You try to run. There you are. No sneaking up and spying on me while I'm doing stuffs around here. I bet the switch is probably your fault, too. Put all the stuff away, and I'm going to go find aquamarines and be right back. Alright, after a little hunting, not a bad number. Cool. Also picked up some other junk while I was out and about, just from having magnet enabled on me. Alright, so let's go take this, and we need the gold, and we need the wood, and the sticks, and the marble, and I think that's cool. Alright, so let's get like Oh, that's right, the glass panes. That actually might be a good number right there. 32, roughly, glass panes will equate to 8 of these dudes. Because we need more of these, right? So if we do that, and we hit the button, the nice thing is it'll craft as many as it has energy for. So if you put 8 items in there, it'll craft all 8 at once if it has enough energy to make 8. Or, you know, slightly less as needed, right? I meant to do... Wow, I am totally missing today. This. All right. So 8 should be pretty cool. Nice. That got me 4. See, we only had power for 4, and now we'll have power for 8. Well, 4 more. Total 8. Sweet. All right, so with those things ready to go, the next thing we want to look at is constellations, right? So if we grab our Astral Tome here, we'll notice that there are, in fact, constellations that we can discover. In order to discover more details about them, we have to find them inside a telescope. Cool. So let's get one of these. So gold, sticks, wood, and looking glass, and that's just going to be another lens with gold. So let's get some gold and some more of you, and that should be cool. Okay. So we want the looking glass. Cool. And that should be quick. Thank you. And looking glass. And I need 2 more gold to make the telescope. Nice. And the telescope is a neat device. Like, this was one of the first things I saw in Astral that I was like, dude, that is super cool. You can use the looking glass to do some of this, but the telescope is definitely the better tool for what you're looking to do. So basically, you want to wait for it to be nighttime, which it's starting to be. Actually, you need a clear view of the sky above the thing too, don't you? So let's make sure wherever we set this up, there's like a clear view of the sky. Is that good? How you know working, buddy? Am I crazy or what? There we go. Good enough for me. All right, so you need a clear view of the sky. And what you're looking for as you rotate the telescope, so you can see it rotating behind me there, is you want to find big stars, right? Big twinkling stars, and that's representative of a constellation. And if you look in your Astral Tome under constellations, right, you'll see a bunch of these guys ready to be discovered, right? So what you want to do is kind of map out and figure out, all right, which of these constellations am I looking at right here, right, based on what you saw. So based on what I'm looking at, let's see. Wow, this is a tricky one, actually. I'm not sure which one this is. This isn't Decidia, is it? I don't think so. That doesn't look like Decidia to me. That might be Armara? You think it's Armara? So it might be. So what you have to do is draw the constellation and make it kind of line up with, that might not be Armara. Yeah, no, that doesn't look like Armara. Maybe it's Vicchio? It might be Vicchio. Yeah, let's try this one. So Vicchio looks like this, right? So we're going to draw that and see if we're right that it's Vicchio. So I'm just going to draw like this by click and drag to draw the lines of the constellation. And boom, we discovered Vicchio. Nice. Awesome. And when we do that, we unlock more details about it, right? So if we look at Divorcio, we don't know a lot about it, right? We know it's a constellation and that's it. But once we discover it in the sky with a telescope, we'll see information about it. And it'll tell you what happens if you use it in a ritual, and there's more details unlocked later as we progress through the mod, right? So, yeah, Vicchio will make you fly when you use it in a ritual. Cool. So now we want to rotate the telescope and find another constellation. Cool. So what we're going to see here is this might be... Which one are you, buddy? This might be Decidia. I feel like this is Decidia, right? So if we look at Decidia, it looks like that, right? So it's like a Z with like arrows on the edges. So like U to here, U to here, a Z with arrows on the ends. And ta-da, Decidia. Nice. Now, not every constellation is in the sky at night, so you have to watch out for that, right? You may or may not find them. This one looks like Armara. This was the first one I was thinking of, right? And then you down to here, and then you to here, and then you up to here, and up to here, and then we connect the triangle in the middle. If you have 2 monitors, by the way, totally taking a screenshot of your constellation book is a pro tip that I highly recommend. Right, I don't see any big constellations here. Nor here. Nothing there. So we might have gotten all the ones that are available in tonight's night sky. But different, basically, phases of the moon or different nights will get you different constellations. And the cool thing that I really like about Astral is once you discover constellations, they'll show up in the night sky, which is really kind of cool if you think about it. Like, that is neat. That is a neat thing. So I like that. It's like one of those little subtle details that I think is super cool. So we discovered some constellations, and now we can use one of those to bind ourselves and do some attunement, right? We want to attune ourselves to one of the constellations, and this will unlock the perk tree in Astral, and it'll also get us access to some nifty abilities. Now, which alignment you choose for binding yourself is totally up to you. It basically just starts you off with certain things. So with Vetus we haven't discovered yet. Armor is the protection one, so it'll make you more resistant to damage, kinda. The main thing that choosing which ritual to bind yourself to does is makes it so that you makes you determine how you level up, right? So Evorcio we haven't discovered yet. Decidia is the... Yeah, that's the damaging enemies one. So let me see which one of these I want to bind myself to, because it basically determines how you level up. Usually I go with the one that's the block breaking one, which I think is Evorcio. Alright, we're back. So I'm pretty sure Evorcio is the one I want. So I waited for another night to come around, and it did show up. I think this is Evorcio. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Evorcio. Yay! Is there another one here by chance? There's one more that I haven't discovered yet, at least of the major constellations. There are minor constellations which will unlock once we attune ourselves to something. So I think what I'm going to do is start with Evorcio. So let's get the Evorcio paper out of here, and we're going to get our spectral relays, and we're going to put the paper in our offhand, and check this out. If Evorcio's in the sky, which it is because we just discovered it, and we head over to our Astral Attunement Altar, while holding the paper in your offhand, you'll find some blue sparkles appearing. What you want to do is place the spectral relays on the blue sparkles, like so. And you might notice that these sparkles kind of align with how the Evorcio constellation looks, right? So there's one off center, and there's 3 up here and 3 down there, right? So like 1 off center and 3 up there and 3 down here. So as you place the last one, you'll find that it actually draws the Evorcio constellation on the ground, which is like super cool, right? Look at that. That's awesome. It's one of the things, like, all these little cool things about Astral. Astral Sword is just such a cool mod. I really, really like it. So you can attune multiple things to this in this Attunement Altar. You can attune rock crystals, and you can also attune your player. And attuning your player has one very useful ability. Bada bing! Let's go! Hooray! So now we are attuning our player to Evorcio. What this does is unlocks the perk system in Astral Sorcery, and it also determines, like, which constellation you choose, determines which actions in the game generate experience for the perk system. At least early on. You can unlock other actions later on, but, like, because we're attuning ourselves to Evorcio, it's breaking blocks that will get us the perk system. We can also do something for building, right? So there's a placing blocks level up, right? There's also combat, and there's taking damage, and like a couple other ways that you can basically get experience to level up your perk system in Astral. But I start off with breaking blocks because generally I find that to be pretty much the easiest. So am I attuned now? I think I am. Sweet. I don't know why I dropped out of here. Actually, I don't look like I'm attuned. That was weird. Let's try that again. Yeah, I don't know why I just suddenly dropped out of it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Come on, attunement, let's go. You can do it, buddy. Tune up that player. We're getting there. There we go. Advancement made. I can see the light. That's better. That's what I expect to see. So we've been attuned. Sweet. Now you know that you've been attuned because we now have a new section in our book called perks. And we can take a look at those. So if we pop over to here, we'll see perks and we can see our perk tree. Oh, that's cool. Evorcio root. 20% more mining speed. Never hurts. Gain experience by breaking blocks. And if we expand out this whole perk tree, we can see there's a ton of perks. You start with one perk point that you can apply. But this thing only branches out to one spot, so 10% increased mining speed. If we click on that, it'll activate. Boom! And now we've got 10% increased mining speed. So that's going to increase our mining speed pretty good, right? To get started there. I don't think we have any more perk points we can use at this point, but that's okay. Now, as we break blocks, we will unlock more perk points, which will allow us to unlock more chapters. And then basically what you want to do, if you're looking to level up as fast as possible, right, your best bet is to make your way to the center here, I think. One of the center ones. Let's see. Yeah, there's something in the center here. It might be this one. What that does is make it so you can open up any of the other routes without mapping over to them. So like these are the 5 routes, right? And you gain experience by doing things. Vecchio, you gain experience by moving, not by flying. Hint. Gain experience by taking damage, gain experience by dealing damage, and I think this last one is building. And I'm pretty sure we didn't see him in the world, right? What I could do is take a quick nap. Oh wait, there's something. There's a constellation, hang on. That would have to be a Vetus at this point, right? Basically. He kind of doesn't look like a Vetus. But he has to be, right? It doesn't look like a Vetus to me. It really, really doesn't. What other constellation could it be, though? Unless it's one that I just haven't discovered yet. So you know what we could do? In my area here, we have some constellation paper that we found. Now that we've attuned ourselves, we can find other constellations. So we just discovered Octans, Lucerna, and Mineralis. So maybe it's one of those guys. These are minor constellations, right? So what I'm going to do is be prepared to screenshot that guy. And let's see if this looks like any of these. I didn't think you'd see them in the sky until you actually, like, kind of discovered them, but maybe I was wrong about that. So that doesn't look like any of those that I know. It doesn't look like any of the ones I've discovered thus far. But we're going to have to find more of that constellation paper and figure out more constellations, basically. Anything else in the night sky that I could see at this point? You are what? Kind of, maybe? This might be Octans, actually. Yeah, it is. Booyah. Nice. I'd like that last one, though. So I don't know what this is. Doesn't look like any of the ones that I see. So let's do this. Let's take a nap. Because remember, when you accelerate time with the Imperfect Ritual Stone, it doesn't really add time. It just makes it night. So it doesn't make it the next night. So if you want to advance the day, you need to sleep and then make it nighttime. And that'll make it a different night. Okay? Let's see if we can find ourselves the constellation that we're missing here. So that's the one that we didn't know, right? Now that's a different one. This might be one. I want to check this out. So the one I haven't gotten yet is a Vetus, right? Pretty sure that's right. So that might be a Vetus. It looked like enough things. Maybe. You to here, you down to here, and then you to this, And then here and here, this definitely feels like a Vetus to me. Ta-da! A Vetus. Nice. Now if we look at our perk tree, right, we'll see that we've unlocked a Vetus, which is this one. Gain experience by building things. Nice. Alright, cool. And then the Singularity. Other tree roots may be unlocked without requiring connection to existing perks. Plus, this grants 3 additional perk points. So basically what you want to do is, like, level up in this general direction. Get this, and then unlock these roots so that you can level up very quickly. And then later on in the mod, there's an item that'll reset your perk points and let you apply them however you want to build your character however you want. You can, you know, basically go for more mining speed, or like, I think you can have like more life over here. That's pretty cool. This one, movement speed boost, right? This one increases armor. And there's much better perks as you expand out, right? Some of them pretty powerful, which is neat. So I don't think I've ever actually really maxed out my perk tree. Maybe I'll do that this playthrough. That's awesome. Other Epiphany Nodes may be unlocked without requiring a connection to existing perks. These are the Epiphany Nodes, I think. It's pretty awesome. All right, these are the Epiphany Nodes. No, nope. Oh, no. I think these are the Epiphanies. I will figure it out. Some of them are hidden, right? Some of these things, I think... There's increasing the effectiveness of perks. There's also ones that do increased perk experience gain. Yeah, 20% and 15%. So like basically what we'll want to do is head over this direction, right? Get to here, unlock these two so that we get, or no, this one, perk experience gain, not this one, that's effectiveness. So plus experience gain, just want to see what else you got here. And then head this way to get to the center. And then we'll unlock these dudes, and that'll be what's up. So let's do a little mining, shall we? Now, there are ways to cheese this. If you want to cheese it, there are options, right? Let's see. Let's put you on 5x5 mode. This is not a cheese, by the way. Right? But if we look at you now in perks, we've actually gotten half a level from that already. So that's not bad, right? You can just kind of... And you'll see in the top left, every time you gain a level, you'll get like a little thing up there. And that's pretty cool. So this is not cheesing it. There are ways to cheese this. You can gain experience by taking damage, right? So one way to cheese that might be to set up some kind of regen area and like trap a mob so that he's hurting you but also can't kill you, right? And just go AFK. And then every time you take damage from the mob, you gain a little bit of experience. Right, so that's one approach you could take. Whee! Having fun. Another approach you could take, there's movement, right? So I saw somebody posted that one setup they did was they placed like conveyor belts in the world, like in a circle, and like that counts for movement, right? Another thing that I've noticed is it really only measures when you break or place a block, right? So building. So if you build with a big building gadget, like a copy-paste area, hey, cool, we've got some levels, nice. Building with the building gadget, I think, will count. And if it doesn't, oh well. Wow, look at all that junk. Do I still have my ender pouch, dude? I would think I have an ender pouch. Don't I have an ender pouch? I don't know, I mean, I have a satchel, so there's that. Right. And I could put all this junk in here. Yeah, I thought I had an ender pouch on me, but... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I do have an ender pouch. Yay. So I can just kind of send you guys home. I don't need most of this other stuff, to be fair. Right. Now, granted, I could totally just use my wireless AE stuff, but I don't like using that range if I don't need to, right? And frankly, we don't need to. Cool. So let's just head back this general direction. So other things you can do, like with building gadgets, you can build, and I think that'll count. And if you undo, that counts as breaking blocks. So that would probably be like a super cheese, but, you know. There's cheese ways to level up. I'm probably not going to go too crazy. But you notice that your leveling slows down, right? So, like, we got to level 10 pretty quickly. Now it's taken a little bit to get beyond level 12, 13. And I think 30 is the max. So, not too bad. But I definitely want to gain some points here and see if we can unlock enough so that we can get at least the experience gains. And then what I'll do is just play like normal, and hopefully through the process of building and mining and doing other things, fighting mobs, that kind of stuff, we'll wind up basically having lots of resources and getting lots of experience. Just naturally, right, through playing the game, which is kind of the way I would want to do it. There you go, level 14, not bad. I have no idea what level I need, but we've reached home, so let's do this and put this stuff away. That wasn't bad. Whew. And then you can go in here. You can go back in the bag, Mr. Satchel. I can't believe my iron backpack's actually almost full. That's awesome. So let's now use our perks that we just got, right? So we want to unlock this path, right? So faster mining speed, even more mining speed, and increased melee damage. I think this is the damage one, right? So I think as you head this way, yeah. Cool. All right. So increased effectiveness, 20% increased perk experience gain. That's cool. You can see your available perk points up here, by the way. And then 5% increased, 5% increased. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, nope. Sweet. And now we can unlock any of these, right? So we've got 5 perk points available. I'm going to literally unlock all 4 of these. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Right? Increased experience. So is there a nearby increased experience node I can steal? Faster mining speed, effectiveness of perks, +1, +5, more melee, increased effectiveness of perks. That's generally, ooh, 5% more maximum life. I like that. Ta-da! We've got a little bit more health. That's cool. All right. So I think that's a good wrapping up point for the episode. So now things like building, I'm just curious. I want to try it. I want to just try it. Where's my building gadget? Right? So if I were to build and then undo, right? So our perk level is, we're like right about there. I think that counts. Can't really tell, can I? Well, not going to worry too much about it. Wrapping up point for the episode. Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll come back next time, and we'll play a little bit more with Astral, obviously, because I'm having fun with it, as usual. We'll see what's next, right? If we flip through the book, we'll find that probably the next major thing for us, now that we've attuned ourselves, is to upgrade our altar again to the next tier. And that's the Celestial Altar, which we should have no problem doing with our current resource set. So that'll probably be our next goal. And there's a handful of things over here. There's this thing, the Shifting Star, by the way. What that does is completely reset your perks altogether. You don't want to do that. You want to wait till later on in the game. There's a way to reset your perks without losing experience. I think this loses all your experience and completely resets you, which you totally don't want to do. Dynamism gems? I don't remember if I ever played with those. Yeah. It's like a battery, right? All right. That was my sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. For now... Oh, no, it's not a battery. Yeah. That's cool. I like the idea of that. Take it easy.